Oh man, here we go, man. We got Charleston White back on the couch, man. Back on SayCheese, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well. Fresh out of jail.
Fresh out, man. A lot has happened since we did our interview last week, man. I definitely want to talk about the viral, the shit that's going viral right now, Lil Durk.
Yeah. The
Murder
chickens,
for hire.
Yeah, the chickens are coming home to roost. Yeah, the chickens are coming home to roost. I just did an interview on the Danza Project where they asked me about him. And I was saluting the change that he had been making. But now I see why he was making the change. He was trying to avoid some shit. He wasn't really making no motherfucking change. Yeah, he wasn't really trying to, man. Well, I ain't gonna say he wasn't.
Man, it's your boy, RickyTheReactor, man. We're gonna tune right into it, man. It's your number one social media activist and unknown hater. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what they say. He's a hater. I don't believe the hype. I think he's for the people. Me personally, I think he's got a different message. Your boy Charleston White about to give his views and opinions on SayCheese. Let's get back into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are going. Oh yeah, and click the notifications.
Because I don't know his heart, know his mindset. But man, the feds is hardly ever wrong when they come get you. They hardly ever wrong when they come get you. They don't jump the gun for nothing. One thing about our Federal Bureau of Investigations, homie, they do their due diligence. And they dot their I's and they cross their T's. So they've been sitting on this. They've been watching him go to rehab. They've been watching him get the keys to the city. And so now, shit, how to assassinate your character. Yeah, so they fit to humiliate him.
You think that pushing peace bullshit, that was some bullshit?
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
All right, they're talking about Durk right now. You know, when he went there and put up, at his last concert, he put all the fallen victims of the senseless genocide on black violence that was happening in Chicago. And so, you know, Charles is saying, man, I think that was just a play, you know what I'm saying, for the federal investigation that he already kind of knew what was taking place. He was all that keys to the city and this and that. He don't believe it. So let's get back to it.
Yeah, that was some. It's easy to push peace, or it's easy to push the concept or the narrative of pushing peace when you got some skeletons in your closet. And it seems like these guys got a lot of skeletons in their closet. Wiretap, got him on a wiretap. I don't know how you gonna beat that.
I want to say this though real quick. You should be pushing peace if you got skeletons in your closet. You should be pushing peace. We all, man, everybody, right, got some skeletons in their closet. Ain't nobody perfect, bro. It might not be on a scale of this right here, man, but that in general makes people want to come to peace, makes people live in harmony, makes people want to have a peace of mind. Now, I know where Charleston, I believe where he's going with this, but I just want to let y'all know if you out there, man, you can always go to peace, man. You can always come to peace. Don't let nobody try to deter you from that, man. We all have a right, man, to you know, whether we got skeletons, whether we've did some things, man, we all have a right, man, to try to get right with ourselves and whatever our higher power is, or whatever that means for you. But yeah, don't let nobody deter you from that.
U.S. Marshals pick him up in Fort Lauderdale. I was just in Fort Lauderdale 2 days ago. Just got back yesterday. Shit, homie, I don't know how he gonna beat this.
He booked 2 flights. He booked a flight to Italy and I believe it was Switzerland. And he didn't go. The flight was supposed to leave at 6:40. The FBI seen that he was trying to flee the country. And then he booked one for 9:40 last night, and that's when they got him. So he was ready to flee the country.
He'll be there to trial. He won't get a bond. They go diddy him. He won't get a bond because it looked like he was trying to flee. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to flee. I just seen a post that he made the other day. I think day before yesterday, where he was saying if you don't hear it come out of his mouth, you know, don't take it for nothing. But he self-identifies and self-proclaims himself as being the voice of the streets. So all that will and can be used against him.
Were you shocked when the news broke last night?
Oh, homie, I was shocked. Because I've been paying attention to the transition he's been trying to make for the last 2 years, and it looked like he was really transitioning. You know, went to rehab. Yeah, I was real shocked, homie. Yeah, I was real.
So you know that can't be for fake. You know what I mean? Well, it could be for fake, But man, shout out to anybody struggling with the disease of addiction, man. You know, especially in our community, man, with the stigma of what it means to be an addict or alcoholic or somebody, you know, who lives in that world, man. You know, I still think there's a lot of good that's coming out of all this, believe it or not, because there's still going to be a lot of people, man, who might have looked towards this guy, man, and you know, whether he was going through whatever he was going through, you know, it's like a warning. You know, yeah, man, I'm on the lean, I'm on this, I'm on the drugs, man, I got to go back. I got to get right. Let me go get some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm falling off with the religion, or I need to embrace a religion or a spiritual path so I can get right. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. If it was a play, you know what I'm saying? You know, man, the world is full of smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? More to be determined on that. I'm not his guy, but let's get back into it.
Real shock. Him and Aiden Ross was together not too long ago. They were staying somewhere together. So Aiden was trying to get me and him to sit down together to do an interview possibly, or just to meet and hash out what we could hash out. And I agreed to it. I don't know if he did. We never got around to talk about it anymore. But yeah, homie, I was real shocked.
Do you think this is something that Lil Durk knew was coming? And what I mean by that is like every day thinking about it. You know, it's like, you know.
Real quick, since we are doing a reaction, man, is Charleston White even really on the couch? You guys see the green screen light thing in the back? I don't know if this is real or is this just me, but it seems like they done cut him out and put a little image. I don't know. We just doing a reaction. We got to keep it real.
What's coming, people, you don't know when.
People who get away with murder wake up every day and think about it, homie. People who have gotten away with murder, if it's 20 years ago, 30 years ago, in the back of their mind, they can never sleep at peace. They can never be at ease because murder has no statute of limitations. And you have to pay your debt. Homie, when you take a life or you're responsible for taking a life, it's different than robbery. It's different than committing a crime where you get away with it. You owe a debt to society. You might get away with it owing a debt to society, but you'll never get away with owing a debt to a life. So that's how I ended up started working with kids, homie, because we was responsible for taking somebody's life as children. So when I grew up, my mother always, not that she kept it in our face, but in the back of my mind, homie, I know throughout life, I owe a debt to someone's life. And so that's what made me get on the path of start working with children who ended up on the same path that I was on, being at-risk juvenile delinquents, you know, getting involved in crimes. So that's what pushed me into my purpose, knowing that I paid my debt to society, but I forever owe a debt to my victim.
Yeah. It's this thing online right now where people are blaming the commenters, they're blaming the trolls, they're blaming, you know, when King Von died, it was this slide for Von comment that would go viral all over the internet every day, trying to get Durk to retaliate for the murder of King Von. Now they're saying that it's the troll's fault.
I'm going to answer real quick before he do. Never let nobody trick you out your position, right? Never let nobody trick you out your position, man, because if you are sitting here listening to comments or, you know, you got a whole life to live, you got children, you know, you got a relationship with your lady, you got all kind of things with your mom, you know what I'm saying, your community or whatever. Now you got all this money and, you know, coming up, you know, from an impoverished area, you know, you're going to still have an impoverished mind. So, you know, you're trying to get right, man. You know, you're trying to get right. But here's the hit. If you let people trick you out of your position, you listening what they posted on Instagram or social media and all these things, man, you get caught up in that. Or you get caught up in a circle of 4 or 5 people. Maybe it ain't even social media. 4 or 5 people that are telling you what you need to do. You always have a council of wise folks around your circle. And here's the hit. If you don't got them physically, mentally, you got to figure out how to prepare yourself, right? Because the world that we're living in, man, you got to be, it's just like chess, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't go for the underlay for the overlay, man. Don't slip on the banana peel, man. But I'm just an old head that made it to 43 years old. What do I know? I'm just trying to see the next day. Also, I would love to see 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 and all those things. But, man, we got to get through the day first, right? So, back
saying
to
that
trolls,
Durk got...
Trolls don't have that kind of power. Trolls are not that powerful, nor do they have influence. Because trolls are invisible faces. 60% of trolls are AI robots, are not humans. If you can't put a face to a troll, homie, chances are that's an AI robot that's just mimicking the algorithm. That's why I don't argue with the comment section, because most of it is a bot. Most of them are bots. So people really believe that this guy who has about $30-40 million in the bank, who has a father who came home literally right after King Von died, have the kind of influence to troll him to make him want to retaliate. Well, if the trolls got that much power, why aren't they life changing?
Well, look, real fast. Although that we talking about the trolls, the bloggers, right? SayCheese, Vlad, or whatever, or people, you know, because let's be real, man. People do look at social media. People do look at the news, because social media now has overtaken news outlets, right? I would say this: it's usually the way that we grow up, the way that we think about ourselves. It's usually our environment. Those things can be triggering. Those things can be triggering. You know, listening to your homies. Hold on, man, we got to slide. You know what I'm saying? You know, for the homie, man, he done lost his life. Plus, if you already agreed to a certain code or a certain standard of ethics, you know what I'm saying, some street stuff, you understand what I'm saying? You already kind of got that in you. So you're trying not, if you're working on getting rid of that, it's really hard in those moments to let those things go, right? It's really hard. You got to pretty much be what we call, quote unquote, you got to be a sucker, a square, and all those. You got to challenge your thinking, right? And reimagine who you could be, even with all the money, because all the money is not going to be able to change who you are. You could buy all the Rolexes, all the cars, all the houses, and all the stuff, and it just makes you a dressed up garbage can.
Why can't trolls troll themselves to change that?
That's if you're not working on yourself, because you could be inside. You could be the Rolex. You could be the diamond. You could be all those things inside. And then we'll see it manifest on the outside. I think that might be where the brother was going. Maybe that's where the peace was coming from. Maybe that's where the rehab was coming from. As we begin to clean up ourselves, we start to see the wreckage of our past. You know what I'm saying?
They like. Why can't trolls troll themselves to get into the algorithm to make the kind of money that I'm making trolling with a face and a name? So it wasn't about.
Oh, okay. Hey, nanny boo boo. Ain't that what he call himself? The troll. So he's saying that, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm dressed up and I'm trolling. This is one thing I want to say about Charleston White. Man, salute to you. Something I just realized. This man has become a real life troll. It's not, it ain't even AI. He done hopped out and created a character, and he's on a mission to troll, but his trolling is also an educational moment. Yeah, if you peep him out, he's smarter than what he look. Yeah.
The trolls, homie, it's what's in their heart. Nigga, that nigga lost his partner, and him and King Von were tight. He wanted some get back.
His brother and his manager.
Get back.
His brother and his manager died.
Come on, homie, that nigga wanted some get back. So this ain't got nothing to do with the trolls, homie. They were killed for the trolls. This is a long-lasting beef. They wanted Quando head. Not only they wanted Quando head, they had this girl cousin, Price on her head. Homie, so nah, this ain't got nothing to do with the trolls. Because when it happened, you didn't hear the trolls clapping saying, yeah, Durk and them did that. The trolls swore up and down Durk was gonna get me for King Von. The trolls swore up and down that I was gonna be put to death for saying King Von. Man, the trolls ain't shit. But a bunch of faceless motherfuckers in the comment section that can't get a penny for a comment.
I need to use that as a metaphor for my everyday life. The trolls ain't nothing but a whole bunch of faceless people, man. You know, you're going to go to work with them. And now I understand, right? It's a metaphor, right? Because we're going to put some faces on these folks. The employer, the employees, the baby mom, the wife, right? Sometimes people have the spirit of a troll and they're agitating you. Sometimes we got to understand how we're going to rise above the trolls, the everyday troll. How do we elevate our certain situations? How do we get past that? Because see, this is a time in the moment. I hope we're learning. Some people are already way past all this stuff. They don't even pay attention to this. It's nothing. But for others, this could be a time of refinement, a time to change. I play around a little bit. You hear me say, you know what I'm saying? Stop eating fried chicken, watermelon, and buying Jordans and Cadillacs and tap dancing like Sambo, right? You understand what I'm saying? But I really love my people. You know, I really love my people. And I know these are tropes, the stereotypes, right? We got to put down the bubble and the foil now. We got to put down the pipe and the weed, and we got to get right. You know? Because there's a war going on, yeah, outside, but one here as well, spiritually. Inside of you, there's a jihad, an inner struggle, a fight. Yeah, it's just manifesting out in the physical, outside in the physical as well. So, yeah, hey, check this out. If you're new to the channel, right, I take this time, man, to do my edutainment. We're going to educate and entertain at the same time, man. Welcome to Ricky the Reactor, man. If you ain't liked or commented or subscribed below, you're tripping, man. Yeah, man. So we'll get some more of it. I don't know if I'm going to watch the whole 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to go as long as I can. You know what I'm saying? It's my weekend, and I got some things to do, but I do want to shed some light. I do want to shed some more light while I got the energy on this. Let's get it.
Most man, he's not reading that shit. It's too many comments. It's too many people post, man. Can't read all that shit. And he got albums to make. He got to look over his shoulder. His house being broken into with his girl. His girl left him. He trying to get his girl back. Man, that nigga had too much shit to deal with to be influenced and impacted by what the trolls are saying.
Do you think he has any regret right now?
You goddamn right he do. Bro, yeah. You goddamn right. That nigga got a lot of regret, homie. Man, when them doors closed, the woulda, coulda, shouldas go to kicking in. Man, I shoulda. Man, I wish I coulda. Man, them woulda, coulda, shouldas go to kicking in. This before you even go to court. When you go to court and have to go back and you can't make a bond, it take about a week for reality to sit in because you in shock. You in a psychological state of shock that you in this situation. So nigga, it's gonna take 2 weeks for nigga reality just really hit him and realize nigga he done f***ed up. Because he kind of like Puffy, man. You think you can pay the lawyers to work to get you out. It take about 2 weeks and he realized nigga he ain't going nowhere. He gotta sit this one out, big dog. Now you gotta be what you say you is. Now you gotta be whatever you've been claiming. Now you gotta stand on that shit. Nigga, I didn't want to stand on it. I was in the dope bar than people. Shit, hey man, what shit, man? I'm serious, nigga. I don't want to stand on that shit.
You don't think it's I lost 3-4 people over this shit that I'm really, really close to. You don't think it's a fit?
Nah. Hell nah, my nigga. Pain of losing people.
Real quick, I gotta interrupt. I said it earlier. No, that's a real shirt. Damn, he's sitting on a real couch. I thought it was a backdrop. Okay, my bad. We back to it.
He done fell from grace. You know how many people he probably take care of? His mother, his family, his children. Man, the pain of losing my partners don't compare to the pain of me losing my children, being pushed out of my kid's life by something I did in an emotional state. Whether it was an emotional state of grief, whether it was an emotional reaction to want to avenge my buddy's death, my nigga killer. So if my nigga killer and he get killed, I can't, me being who I am, y'all go do it. But y'all keep me out of it because I'm the nigga that's feeding everybody. I'm the nigga that's making sure we keep moving. Nigga, now, shit, castle crumble. Castle it goes to rubble. So imagine if they say, hey man, he was using his money to fund gang movements and gang activities and they freeze his account like they did Thug. They freeze Thug account almost a week after he was arrested because they were saying YSL is a gang. That's why Thug saying, man, f that plea deal. I'm not finna plead to YSL no motherfucking gang, and I got an LLC to show where I've been paying and hiring people. That's why Thug won't plead. They're asking young Thug, say, man, just say this is a gang and you can get out today. That nigga, y'all froze my money saying that I've been using this money to fund gang activity. The feds want that money. And they got him on wiretap using the OTF business card, homie, to pay for shit. Nigga, how dumb can you be? But when you responding to emotions, it's hard to think logical. It's hard to have a rational thought
when you're responding to emotions, it's hard to act rational. Don't let that go over your head.
You caught up and you moving off your emotions.
Man, this morning you went live, eating, talking, driving, counting money while the car was going.
Yeah, call it multitasking with one eye, and I can't.
You know, my mom used to tell me, especially when I was living a certain kind of life, my mom told me, she said, if you die, you know, you're my only son, but I'm going to have to go on. I'm going to have to live. For all you guys out there, hold on one second. Excuse me. For everybody out there, man, you think that the world's not going to stop going on. Your mom's going to have to start. She's going to live. Your wife is going to live. Your kids are going to live. It's the way they're going to have to live. But people are going to live. If you think that bloggers and people who don't really have no real tight circle understanding of loving you and being there for you and all that stuff, man, the whole world's going to go. This is all going to blow over in a minute, man. That man's, look, the reality is, he's already, like the man said, 2 weeks, he realized he ain't going nowhere, all that stuff for what? So the message, man, if there's any kind of message, man, anybody out there, man, for if it's just one person, man, this is the time to go inward, man. It's like a bank robbery. You got to go within and you got to come out with the jewels. Go in there, man. Go inside, man, and do the work, man. Do the work, man. Look, just look at everything that's happening in society right now more as a sign. Certain symbolisms are happening. Big figures, or the idols. Remember, don't idol worship. All your idols, your favorite idols are all falling. Everything's crumbling. But the world's going to continue to go on. Now we got AIs, the robots, right? Artificial intelligence. Watch what's happening, man, in the world, man. And welcome to the Ricky the Reactor show. If you're just now tuning in there, skipping around on YouTube like I do, I'll be watching everybody's thing the whole way through. I ain't mad at you. Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and come back and push all notifications.
You can't see nothing over here.
Was that a Tesla or what?
No, man. I got a self-driving Jaguar. I hit a button and that motherfucker stay within the lines.
Big money, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I hit a button, that motherfucker stay in the lines.
Yeah, I seen that. But you also said that people laughed at you for going to jail, but crying that he's in jail.
Yeah, I'm trolling. Well, since the first time I met you, homie, I've been trying to show Black America that they're hypocrites, they fake, they love gangster, and snitches. I sat back and I studied this.
Shout out to this man right now, bro. Shout out to this man right now, bro. Shout out to the death of Charleston White is not happening. This is the rise of the empire. I look, you know what I'm saying? This ain't me just, you know, I've had moments to be like, man, what dog doing? But like everybody, we all do this. But man, come on, Black folks. Let's wake up, man. Rise, you mighty nation. Rise. Because what he's saying is so real, man. I'm going to take you to Pound Town, your booty holes brown. Come on, hot girl summer. This ain't about the women. Come on, our wives, peas, this and that. Oh, tricks, the violence, the murder. Every time you hear that 808 thump, it's always about shaking the booty and killing somebody. Come on, man, we ain't prospering, man. We ain't winning, man. If this was a match, you know what I'm saying, a game, you know what I'm saying, I said, man, I'm up a little bit. It's time to go home. But we ain't even up a little bit. We down. We're down. We're not winning right now in this race, man. Everything, all the social media, the scrolling and all that. So if we're going to be doing it, I'm going to share a little something with you real quick. You can fast forward if you don't want to hear it. One of the main reasons why I started this, man, was because I was looking so much on the internet. Everybody else doing all this stuff. I said, man, why would I pay these people with my attention Wife up, she up, scrolling. We 1 in the morning. We work. We got. Listen, man, I ain't trying to brag, but I already got things. I'm not saying I got big. I'm a homeowner, got a car, got wife, kids go to private school, all that. I'm a grandfather, some more. But I've been through some stuff. The point is, why would I be giving so much and not creating the content? Adding my voice to the narrative. Man, who cares about the people who are going to come below or the fact that maybe it's only 5 or 6 views? I'd rather spend my time while I'm watching this stuff, reacting to it. And hey, if you're going to give me a check for it, cool. If not, it's all good. Because look, reality is I still going to watch. I'm going to pay attention to certain stuff. But we got a certain mentality. I done been around the world. I've been to Africa, man, twice. Come on, man. Raised babies, man. Been a mentor. But I've also dealt with addiction, been in recovery. Know what it's like to sell drugs, man. Ain't glorifying it because and never was winning in it. So I'm kind of getting intimate right now. I'm getting booty hole butt naked, but it ain't the diddler, baby. I wasn't winning. So when I see it here, man, this might be the new way for me to go ahead and advocate. Just doing reactions, staying out the way. You know, the man said he got a push start Jaguar. Now, I don't know about Charleston. No, I want to say this. I'm going to get right back in the video. This is probably I've watched him quite a bit. He seems like, I don't think he's really feeling good about the whole Lil Durk thing. It seems like he's explaining his methods. It seems like he has some compassion. Normally he go off and he probably already did some dumb, stupid stuff. He's going to troll, right? But in this particular interview, I believe I'm seeing a real candid version of maybe a little bit more of his authentic self. You know, who he is, how he cares, they say he's an activist, all this. But it's real, man. We got to educate each other, man. We got to educate each other, man. Man. And then we got to do the math. We got to live it out. We can't just be talking about it, just saying it, man. You know how many, and I know I'm really close, how many leaders we have that talk good, that sound good, and the whole time we follow them, and they out here doing way worse stuff than what we're doing or striving to. Just because you look good and you present well and you don't stumble over your words, man, or you got a cool rap song or you got all the jewelry on, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that we put, no, man. Nah, man, you the leader in the house. You, whoever you are, you know what I'm saying? You the person, man, that, you know what I'm saying, that you were supposed to be in life. Man, you are that person. Now make the best of it, man.
Culture. So when I came to the internet, I'm coming with what they call a qualitative study that I've done on my own, right? I've been studying this culture for over 10 years. So I came with a qualitative study and started speaking, saying, man, y'all love gangsters, y'all love killers. Y'all don't say nothing when the rappers do it. As a matter of fact, y'all have made rappers idols. They idolize, homie, as if
Come on, man. I ain't a prophet. I feel like I don't gave him the scripts. Like, right on brand, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You idolize these people, man. They ain't no different than you. They ain't no different than you, man. They got to wake up, wash their bodies, do the same thing. As a matter of fact, you might not want what they got. Imagine everything they got right now. They got to live in your eye. And imagine if you had somebody following you around all the time. You think you was going to come out of that clean? People seeing what you did all the time. See, and we got the nerve to judge each other. That's why I'm not really trying to tear nobody down. I always try to look at it a little balanced. I know we do wrong. I do wrong. I'm going to do some more wrong. Not because I want to, because that's just how it is. We're in a spiritual mastery. We're trying to get better. I ain't trying to give an excuse to do wrong. But do you want to be a celebrity? I wouldn't want to be a celebrity. Nah, man. Nuh-uh. If this blew up and I was the next Kai Cenat, whatever, whoever, no, man. I don't know. You have to think about that. I want the money, though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want the problems that come with it. I want the attention that comes with it.
they're gods. So I'm saying Lil Durk them is responsible for killing people. King Von responsible for killing people. YSL responsible for killing people. How can y'all honor these men? but discredit me, and I ain't killed nobody. I came as the community activist who's been working with children in the community. I haven't committed crimes. I never shot a gun at a black man. I never sold dope in the black community. But nigga, I was discredited just for saying I'll call the police, and I'm not a. I showed up saying I'm a civilian. I'm a father, homie, who's been raising my kids for the last 12 years. I just got my son through. So I showed up with that image. Man, fuck that nigga. So then I had to start saying, nigga, I killed the white man. Oh, you ain't killed nobody. So I was discredited through and through and through and through. But here it is, they promote the rappers. They idolize and honor the rapper. So I'm saying, how can you say free Durk, nigga, when he took life?
I gotta stop right here, though. That's where I gotta stop at. That's where I gotta stop. I feel you, though. I feel you, Charleston. I feel you. I feel you. But my thing is, we gotta look who's funding them. Okay? Corporations. These guys, what happens when you get a rap deal? It's a bank, right? These are bankers. It's a loan, right? Who do you think's funding these people? Why do you think we keep hearing this in this programming? Excuse me. Why do you think? There's something else going on. See, this is one level of it for sure. But the other level is by design. We fall for the trap because, I mean, who doesn't want to get out of, you know what I'm saying, the hood, or who doesn't want to get out of low income or even middle class? Even if you was rich, what we consider to be rich, you want more. It's the American way. But there's hands that are being pulling the puppet strings. You understand what I'm saying? So no, I gotta probably listen to some more, but I'm gonna stop right there and say that some people, you know, they fall or they slip on the banana peel, not knowing the game that they're playing in. And then some people sign up willingly. See, I'm scared of them. I don't know which one Lil Durk is. I don't know which one. And this is all allegedly. I don't know. I have no idea. But we don't want to let Universal Music, and we don't want to let, you know what I'm saying, these banks, and we don't want to let, you know what I'm saying, the government off the hook. We don't want to let, because see, what's do you think the federal government, what right do they have? Let's talk about that. On stolen land with enslaved people. We'll just, I don't want to just sit here and talk about Durk. No, I didn't just get up here to just talk about Durk. No, I didn't do that. No, we got to talk about some other things too. In the face of oppression, in the face of an oppressor that will kill us for lifting up our voice. Because a voice is powerful. See, we also got to worry about that too. Like, if certain conversations only go so far, I start to wonder, okay, well, why are we just talking about just Durk? Like, okay, we get it. Yeah, okay, yeah, accountability. Okay, but let's keep it balanced now. We're gonna keep it balanced now. No, we're gonna keep it balanced.
How can y'all be feeling some kind of way? But when I go to jail for self-defense, I went to jail for self-defense. But I noticed they highlight the animal cruelty. They don't tell you Charleston White responded and got 2 aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon. They overlooked that. Man, animal cruelty. Nigga, I did a skit when I was on YouTube. I just took off in YouTube. So I'm saying, man, we got to be f***ed up as a race of people to have this mindset that the rappers get a free pass. So this is why I'm saying vote for Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump wants to give the police full immunity so they can do their job and make sure that we're safe as law-abiding citizens. And black people, one of the main reasons for not wanting to vote for Trump, he wants to give police full immunity. Y'all give rappers full immunity. Y'all give street niggas full immunity. Y'all give gangster niggas full immunity when they do wrong. They get to come back into the community, no snitching y'all, and seek refuge amongst us. And y'all allow them to come be amongst law-abiding citizens knowing that they will hurt people. So I'm saying, who feeling bad about it?
No, I'm not with that either. You know, we get into politics and stuff like that, it get tricky. No, I get tricky. No, to forgive the police feeling full immunity. We ain't trading. No, man. I understand where you're going with the young people. Maybe I ain't understand the trolling part quite yet. I wish Charleston White was kind of like Dr. Umar a little bit. Like, he had a little bit more like maybe pro-black up in you or something. Like, I don't really know. You might. I don't really know who you are. You might be AI too. It might be a hologram. I don't know. But the whole vote for Trump thing and all that, like, no, not for the reason in particular you said to give police full immunity. No, man, have we not already came through the no, I don't even go through the historical stuff around the police coming from slave catchers patrol, but the slave patrol catchers, like, and then we want to give the slave catcher full immunity for the enslaved people? No, man, I ain't hearing that. What happened to we need to go back to Africa, or we need to claim our land, or we need to, give the land back to the indigenous people, man, and black folks, we still ain't got reparations. I don't know. We need to, that whole thing though, Charleston, about the Trump, I know some people mess with Trump. Okay, some people mess with Kamala. Some people, my thing is, but why? And what you just said right there, my brother, that's non-cipher. That don't go.
Who done been caught a murder for hire and somebody died?
Uncle Sam's a murder for hire. The government's a murder for hire. This country's a murder for hire. What? Just look on the news. Just look where we at. Look what we doing. No, man. This is where.
Not only, homie, did they kill his cousin, nigga, they put money on the girl head too. I thought women and children was off limits. So when I say something bad about kids, man, women and children off limits. They put money on the girl head too. But it's a rapper, so he gets a pass. So I wanted to wake up this morning and celebrate like I saw them celebrate when I was in jail.
I feel you on that though. Yeah, rappers, yeah, we don't get a pass in the community for that. No, I hear that. Yeah, we should know the passes, the days of the passes and all that, man. Hopefully we're gonna get back to some different type of music in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Not, of course, we know not mainstream, because we know who controls mainstream media. But we just saying, lifting up the voices of people who ain't, what I'm saying, we don't get to hear a lot. We got to start figuring out ways to listen to real music again. You know what I'm saying? That's telling us something, that's educating us, that's motivating us to do something, that's motivating to change. So I appreciate that. As far as, we ain't going to give no idols, that's from politicians to musical folks to whatever. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment. Yeah, we ain't giving you past life. However, I do think that we need a sincere atonement all across the board. Because sometimes a lot of us have gotten caught up by our own greed and ambition, wanting to become politicians, wanting to become rappers, wanting to become get a piece of the American pie. But once we realize that the American pie is an American lie, you understands me? I think it's okay to give our brothers who sincerely understand that we all need to be forgiven in an atonement, right? And to be forgiven, let's have a different path. How we gonna move forward? What does that look like? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like moving forward? Yeah, man, because I know I need forgiveness daily.
That's why I celebrate when a rapper died. So when they thought I got shot, the whole black world was celebrating. Now they in tears. So I'm saying, where them Wallows and Gillies, where them Steven Jacksons at that was taking pictures in front of this King Von mural, this documented serial killer? And I just want to remind people, the only reason King Von got out of jail is that all the witnesses came up dead. You think Durk didn't pay for that either? He offered these guys who was going to kill Quando Rondo and Lil Pub or whatever his name is, he offered them money and a lucrative record career. Yeah. Didn't King Von get a lucrative record career? Then went on camera putting out $20,000. That was for Duck. So guess what? Mama Duck finna be rich in a motherfucker. Mama Duck finna finally get her just due. And she deserve it. Her other kids deserve this. She finally finna get her just due, homie, because now he have an arrest for this murder that can. So them lawyers knew what they was doing. They knew the arrest was coming. That's why they filed the lawsuit. They knew the arrest was coming. We just didn't know.
The city of Chicago took the keys back. They just gave Durk the keys to the city. They just took the keys back.
They knew he was a kid. That's why, see, there's always been Durk was what, GD or BD?
BD.
They always favored the BDs. They always favored the BDs and they wouldn't let the GDs in. They were blackballed. They was all of that. The city did that. The mayor was always on Durk's side. The mayor was always on Durk's side. But we all know, homie, Chicago government have always been a corrupt government since the Al Capone days, if you understand history. The governor took a bribe when Obama, what's his name? The Gorvage, whatever that nigga name was, the governor who ended up going to federal prison when Obama was the president, taking bribes. Chicago politicians and government have a long history of being corrupt and being in bed with gangsters. So there's no surprise. The reason why Larry Hoover is gone so long, because Larry Hoover was coming up against the government in Chicago, homie, teaching black people how to vote, turning gangs, not into gangs, but turn them into 501c3s, nonprofits, so they don't be labeled as a gang. Nigga, that's why they removed Larry Hoover. So now, they should have took the keys back. But we got to remember, Diddy also had a key too. So they loved giving keys to motherfuckers who's unworthy and unjust of having keys. Diddy got a key to the city. They took that back too. So I ain't surprised. They finna take a lot back.
What does it mean to have a key to the city anyway, though? I'm gonna be real with this one. Okay, and to me, those are publicity stunts, you know, and utilizing highly, you know, profile folks, you know what I'm saying? To get, because if I can't do nothing with the key to the city, like if the key to the city doesn't come with like, because I don't know, maybe somebody doesn't. Maybe a key to the city comes with like, oh, you get to do this, you get to do that, and you get to do this, you know, maybe there's something you get to do in the city when you get the key to it. But if I got a key to a city and I can't really do no real change in the city, or I can't work with the city to do change, or it's just corny to me. I'm just being real. You know, I like the accomplishments too. I like certain things that happen. I'm just saying, but what does that really mean in the grand scheme of things? They gave the Diddler the keys. They gave Durkio the keys. And I'm not knocking these folks. I'm just saying it more as, you know, what does that mean? Take the keys back, have them. You can't take the keys and get out of jail.
But this is what I'm going to say. You're going to see all these celebrities saying free Durk, free nephew. You ain't gonna hear none of them.
I'm already seeing it.
You ain't gonna hear none of them say, man, he need to pay for what he did. We always say free the killer. But what about Tuka Mama, man? Is anybody gonna go?
Yeah, and I see where he's going with this. Like it's basically what he's saying is, right? No, we don't got no love for the killer in the community. We don't got no love for the gang member. We don't got no love for the shooter and for all you doing all the evil and all that. What about the mom? I get it. You know, I get it. I feel like that's the same thing that, you know what I'm saying, the law enforcement agency feel like, yeah, we're gonna get you, we're gonna lock you up, throw away the key. I don't feel like that it's gonna work for me in the black community across, as this guy, he says Ninja Nation. I don't think that works. We need some type of restorative justice. We need some type of restorative justice practices, in our communities, right? That we're not just locking people up away for the rest of their lives or put them in a gas chamber or because they were misinformed by misinformed people. No, I'm not with that. That don't make sense neither. You know, because if that's the case, we're just all we're doing, man, is becoming another version of our oppressor, man. Ain't nothing slick about that. What will be good to see is how do you take something like, okay, yeah, what does accountability look like for us? When we get to say, as someone in that community, what does it look like to say, right, to the mothers or the people, right? Like, all right, you caused this harm. This is what we want to see. We want to see this happen. You know, not people who have been waiting and setting us up for our downfall. No, I don't know. But I also think that, yeah, little kids should be able to go in the community, play basketball. You should hear kids. I went to Africa, I was in Nairobi, man, and I heard kids playing outside. Man, I haven't heard kids play outside. This is just me. I haven't heard kids play outside, man, and it sounded like music to my ears. It was beautiful. It was just really, I won't forget. It was so beautiful. I was listening to all these kids playing outside. And it was a beautiful sunset, and I was laying in the room with my wife, and it was like, this is peaceful, where we was at. And this is, you know, a place where I want you know, my children to be at. So it's the same thing, right? Like, I agree. We don't want people, you know what I'm saying, rapists, murderers, and we don't want, I get it. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. But we do need alternative solutions that we haven't been using. So, again, I'm gonna try to flow with this for maybe about 10, 15 more minutes, man. And Yeah, go check out the interview on SayCheese, Charleston White on Lil Durk getting arrested. I'm happy, something, whatever. I can't read it from here. And we'll get right back to it. And yeah.
Back to Tuka's mama. And let's hear what she got to say now. Man, that woman should sue the hip-hop industry. She should sue the record labels. So, man.
Come through.
And this is a victory.
Now watch out, Charleston. Now this is where, when you start saying that, even me. Okay? When we start saying that, that's when we got to start really be watching out. Oh, yeah. Because that's where the real, you see, the people who's really locking up the diddlers and all that, the people who's really taking them out, they're in cahoots. Those folks, they're in cahoots with the government, with the feds, the CIA, and Facebook, and how they're getting the files and all that stuff. They're all in cahoots. Oh, yeah.
This is a victory for the poor black at the bottom. The mama ducks, all the mothers at the bottom who didn't have a chance, homie, to...
No victory. Non-cipher. This is a loss for everybody. The only gain I could see coming out of this, because money ain't gonna bring your son back. Money don't bring, there's no, maybe the fact that whoever did it, you know what I'm saying, that can bring at least some kind of closure. I don't know. But what I will say is this: the only flip side of this is that we get opportunity to look at ourselves, to correct our ways, to move differently, make different music, create differently, have a different perspective, give our heart different types of medicine.
Really get justice. Man, them kids preached and teach killing for a long time.
So wow, so you think this is a real victory for us as black people?
Yeah, this is a real victory. This is a real victory. Now that demonic force, because it is a demonic force, it was a dark force. It was a dark energy that came down from Chicago and spread throughout America. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again.
Non-cipher, you're tripping. What I will say though is, okay, going with the victory. Okay, yeah. I don't know about all that. We're never gonna hear drill music and all that stuff. I'm not gonna say that. But what I will say is that the victory could be, like I was alluding to before, if we get an opportunity to take these moments, man, and self-reflect, not just point the finger, you know what I'm saying, at everybody, and realize we're accountable to the Lil Durks. We're accountable. Them are our children. You know what I'm saying? I think Lil Durk's closer to my age, but brothers, sisters, and vice versa to Durk. You know what I'm saying? If I can kill my brother, then of course I got some things that are going on, but we need to be more accountable to the way that we treat each other. Then we have to also be accountable. And if accountability doesn't look like just that one person, how is this person affected, right, by their situation in their environment, and who caused the situation in their environment? Who caused this the poverty in America? Who causes the wars and the destruction and the raping and the pillaging across, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I'm messing up here. Across the board. Who causes that? Who he said that the little kids were preaching murdering and all that. They grew up looking at wars. How many wars have there been? How many pandemics have they been? Come on, man. Stop preaching.
Black Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it. So it's
a lot of free Durks right now. It's a lot of the Free Durk campaign has begun.
Every day I'm gonna wake up trolling. Because they blackballed Quando Rondo because he was self-defending himself. They blackballed Lil Tim because he was standing up for a friend. Homie, come on now. Free Lil Durk. Keep him locked up. Don't give him no bond. Send him to a USP because of his record. And then got to think about this. He got to go to California. GDs and BDs ain't got no say-so in California. It's all Crip and blood. And them niggas is cutthroat, dirty, and they don't give a fuck about nothing outside of California. So he got to sit over here in Florida. Think about that. He got to sit in Florida and wait for extradition. That might take 2 or 3 weeks in Broward County. Ooh, wait, boy, that's gonna be tight to fart out his burp. Nigga asshole so up. That's pressure on your ass. Broward County, wait for extradition. Fly all the way from Florida, nigga, California. Have to go to California and get rearranged. Nah, nigga finna go through it. But he worked hard for this.
How do they fly? Is it commercial?
But my man is a cold. He said, but he worked hard for this. Charleston White, he's a cold cat. Yo, I'm actually gonna end it right here. I will come back. I'm at the 20:55 mark of an hour and 30 minutes and 54-second interview done by SayCheese. I do not own the rights to this video. I am using it for reuse purposes and just commenting on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, just making my little comments. But let me just say this in closing, y'all. Yeah, the mantra in rap culture right now is death. In order for me to make a record label has to fund it and approve it. That record label, usually, if it's a small one, is owned by a bigger corporation, which even that bigger corporation is owned probably by just a couple folks. If I want to go buy a home or a car or whatever, there's an agreement that I must sign, okay? Whether I know it or not. If I don't adhere to that agreement, they're going to repo my car, right? They're going to take away my house, okay? My daughter can't go back to that private school. So know that you don't even got to know what you're signing up for when you're in the music industry. You don't know really who controls the music industry. You don't even really know. We have no idea. We think we know. But you can see the fruit of the tree. Okay? You can see by the seeds, right, that it produces when it's in full bloom. Why are we keep hearing the same stuff? I mean, come on, man. I get it. You know, the booty hoes brown, pound town. You know what I'm saying? Death, murder, 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 murder. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in, you know, I was born in the 80s. Let me just say that. So I grew up around, you know, NWA. This ain't the first time I done seen it, but even we had a sense of obligation and responsibility. You know, F the police, man, because what they was doing in the neighborhood. You know, hey, Mr. Dope Man, you think you're slick if you sell dope to my sister? You know what I'm saying? That, you know, the words of the prophetic Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the time, right? Like, we didn't think those things were cool per se. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, it became programmed in us. And then that became all you heard. We're talking about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Hip-hop is 50 years old. Hip-hop is older than I am. Right? You had a very short window of time where it was positive, it was educational. There was breakdancers to come home, watch my uncles. There was that breakdance on the floor. They was doing all this stuff. It was cool. Fun. Then when I got to about my age, they was killing everybody. So these kids are well into it. They're just the offspring. They're the offspring of this. You know? So we owe them. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah, we owe them. You know? And we owe each other. You know? Like, yeah, you know, we got to really, you know, hold each other accountable. And if anything comes out of this, and if it's, I'm tired of the death mantra music, me personally. I'm tired of it. So if it's the end of that, cool. You got my vote for it. But at the same time, and I get it, man, Charleston's very, very tricky with it. You know, he's going to utilize this as a campaign and go hard. I just hope, and I didn't watch the whole interview, but I hope that he continues. Some things align kind of with what I was saying. I'm not saying I'm the ultimate judge and authority of it. I could probably be wrong too. I think there's all kind of different perspectives on how we should move. But I would like to make sure that we move in a way that we can kind of really educate, not just on lock you up and that's the victory and no more death music, but also, you know what I'm saying, what are we going to do continuously as we march together, you know what I'm saying, or first with ourselves and then together collectively, you know what I'm saying, Because you can't help nobody if you ain't helping yourself. And I believe they can be done at the same time. You can be in community and getting help and then being able to help yourself. But whatever you do, right? We can't keep doing this whole like divide and conquer thing, man. That's just me personally. So I'm Ricky the Reactor.